Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm back in the tractor. We don't have a lot to do today. We're gonna field cultivate over the rocks here on the edge of that ridge there. There's some pretty gnarly rocks. And then we'll disc this field too. And hopefully plant corn tonight, hopefully. Then we'll be done with most of the corn. We're done with most of the corn planting the way it is. We have 2 farms done. This farm is over halfway done. So there's that field over there, across the creek. Then field out by the road, that one also. Then this field too, which we'll be doing hopefully tonight if everything goes good. There's the fertilizer wagon and the tractor running that, and the corn planters over there sitting. They're almost done with this field, not quite. Then that field down there they're done with. They have, I don't know, another 4 rows or so at the end here, and then the field where I was working in. I think I'm done with the field cultivator now. I'm gonna go get the disc and the 2675, which I don't know how much I'll be able to film. That it's windy out and that doesn't have a cap. So we'll go see. Done with the back and forth. Now I'm gonna go lengthwise of the field on the sides anyway. Try to get that done, get it nice and smooth. Plant corn tonight. I stopped for lunch and I'm starting to get a little lower on diesel. So I decided I might as well put some in while I'm anyway stopped so I don't run out, because that's no fun when you run out of diesel. But yeah, filling takes a little bit of time. Adrian took the tractor and disc went down. He's gonna continue working in that field. I need to go check the hay that I was making for cutting and heading. He headed the rest of it yesterday while I was at work. I'm gonna go check that now, and if it's ready to go, I'll have to go hook up the rake, and we'll probably have to call the neighbor to come bale hay. So that's next. That's perfectly dry. Should check some down through there then yet too. I'm gonna come up over this hill and check where it's headed. Not a day later, but about 12 hours later. This hay is almost too dry. It's pretty brittle. It's pretty thin too, so yeah. If I would have thrown it apart with the disc vine, nice at the bottom of that, and not headed it, probably be about perfect. But that's like very, very rare to see that around here, if ever. Some really nice stuff where it's thick underneath, but where it's thin, it's like wet, or not wet, totally too dry the whole way through. Bottom of it is a little wet yet, a little damp. Would probably still make pretty decent hay. Should check in a couple spots. So like this one, I'm gonna probably keep in the barn. We'll see. It's very close if it isn't ready, which I'd say it's ready. Got the field cultivator unhooked now. I'm gonna head down to the other farm and hook up the rake. Then I'm not sure if that needs greased or not. Then I'm gonna go rake that field. It's ready. It is. guess this is just a field of problems this year, but it is first cutting. Just blew a hydraulic line on the rake. That's a pretty long line too, so yeah. It's the one to pull the whole rake together. It's dripping there. Anyway, so hydraulic line to pull the whole rake together. So I'll be able to continue raking without it. But once I'm done with this, I'll probably have to take the line off and go to a local business and get a new one made. Oh man. Guess I'll continue raking. Got some outside runs done. Now I'm just gonna go back and forth like this, and it'll slowly get, like the V area will go that way. Oh well, we'll go. Got that whole field raked, thankfully. I was able to finish it. But you can see the splattered mess that this is making. This line right here, I think it might have gotten pinched between the 3-point arm and the bar, the drawbar, and I didn't notice it right away. Or it would have happened when I was going around the turn. So then when it got some pressure, it must have broke, or broke even maybe before then. But yeah, now I need to take it off, and that hose runs back. It's this one here. Don't want to lose it. Believe, well, it's on the other side. So it's this hose all the way back to there. So it's a pretty long hose. I'll have to take it into town and get a new one made. Oh well, got everything done that I need to. Now this can sit here for a little bit, but it'd be nice to get it all out of here today. This is where it's really nice to be a mechanic, especially if you take your tools from one place back home from work. I work 2 days a week, so I just use this. I have all the tools I need, where I should need, right there. Shouldn't be too hard to take it off. I'll pull off the pioneer end on there, and that could be a little bit of a pain to fiddle it through there. I think I'm gonna have to go get stuff to take those out, because I don't have a ton of specialty tools yet. But yeah, shouldn't be too hard. Got everything off. Here's what I believe is an orifice. Slow everything down. That's beside the point. Okay. That was actually rusted a little bit. It's pretty hard to get it off with the tools that I had, but it came off pretty nice. So now I need to roll this up and head into town before they close, hopefully. There we go, all wrapped up. Now I'm gonna grab those little 2 pieces, the pioneer male end coupler thing and the orifice, in case they need it. I don't think they will, but might make it a little bit nicer for them. Alright, ready to head to town now. And we're back. It's like a 256-inch hose. Got a pretty good brand, I think. It's not the brand I was thinking, but it should be a good one. It's rated for 5,000 psi. And I think it's saying something about being made in the US. I don't see about that now. So anyway, there's that. And the other stuff that I need is actually up here. Took this along. That made it nice. I guess this is British thread, which I had no idea, but I figured it's a New Holland. It's probably American, right? No, it's British. I have no idea why they did that, unless it was made for the British market and there was one sold, or and they sold some here. I don't know. I don't know. It's just kind of surprising. And I even forgot that we have these. They're perfect. They're handy. Alright, now I have everything that I should need. And let's stick it back on. Have that ran through up there. Now, should be good. I just need to put those ends back on. I forgot Teflon tape. Oh yeah, I have it in my pocket. There we go. Let's see if I can do this first try. Need this, and this, and these two. Alright, good deal. The unhandy thing about doing this is it's a little bit over my head, like literally. Alright, there we go. Should be good. Really like this ratchet, but has a locking flex head, but that doesn't lock anymore. Kind of broke it a couple days ago, weeks ago actually, last week at work, and I haven't been able to get it warranted. Just noticed something. That bolt's loose, that bolt's tight, it's tight, but this one's also loose. I need to fix that. Alright, 3 more to do. They're not hard by any means, but it's just to do them. They take a little bit of time. This here, if I would change anything on this thing, it'd make this a little bit bigger, come out about there. Basically the inside would be the size of the outside is of this. It's a very, very tight squeeze to get it in there, but that's okay. You shouldn't need to replace that very often at all. This is the first one ever. There is another one though, should be replaced, that we use on a regular basis, which is actually this one here. The opposite side of it has little wires sticking out. Those things hurt if you get against them. It's just to take it off and replace it. I haven't really had the time to do it yet. I'll get around to it sometime, or never, or it might break before I do. Then we'll get all the life out of it that we can if we let it. If we use it till it like breaks or whatever. Neighbor's starting to bale. Does a little bit of custom baling for us. Be round bales of dry hay, so they shouldn't be overly heavy. But I need to get out of his way as soon as I can here. Looks like it gave you a nice amount of hay. There's, from what I can tell, 3 bales on this side of the field lane, and I can see 4, 5, 6 and a half bales. Then there's probably 1 or 2 or 3 over where I can't see. So it gave a nice amount, and they're down planting corn already. We're gonna go put this and the tedder away. Adrian's down there by the buildings with that tractor and tedder. Okay, Dad just messaged me. He wants his truck down there. So I guess he's done disking and has pretty well done planting corn there. A few more passes yet, from what I can tell up here. So I'm gonna go drop this off and bring a tractor back before I unhook the rake. So there's actually 4 bales on this side of the field lane. There's one that I couldn't see earlier. Okay, Adrian's unhooked. Now I need to go meet Dad out at the end of the field here. I have to go on the road to get there, but so I don't want to drive through the field and have to disc down some tracks. We don't have a field lane heading out through there. We don't really need one. So we can go on the road, then go down the buffer at that side of the farm. Then we'll switch. He'll take the truck. I'll take the 2675 with the disc. Then our renter wants the garden disked a little bit, so I'll meet my mom there and we'll do that. We'll disc that. And not sure, I think there's one other small farm that's like 20 acres. I don't think there's that much there to plant some corn there, but I don't really remember, so I have to make sure with that. But it looks like they're pretty much done here. So they'd have all the bigger farms done, and there'd be one small farm to do, the smallest farm to do, if we are doing any there. Since we lost that farm this year, that makes it a lot. Well, not a lot, but there's not as many acres to do. That was, I think it's about 40 acres. So it wasn't a lot. It wasn't like a lot of acres, but it was some, for sure. And that farm was, it's kind of unhandy to work because he tried to really try hard to not leave until it's done. But yeah, I wonder if I have to go get some seed or Dad. Because it looks like they're pretty well, it looks like they're moving around some. With this field yet, there should be one pass in, one pass out to the end rows. And up over the hill, I think it's oats or something, I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've been up there, but it is a small grain. I need to work this down one pass in through before I head out. Kind of stinks like fresh cattle manure, liquid manure. Neighbor just spread some here not long ago. Yeah. What I'm basically doing is taking away the tracks that the first ones are left and just cleaning it up a little bit. We don't do our headlands first, like a lot of people do. But we also don't have GPS. So it's, yeah. Well, we finally got it backed in. It only took like 500 million tries. Yeah, that took a little while. We don't have much room to get in between these doors. If we dig out at the bottom of the other side, we would have more room, but we just haven't gotten around to it, digging it out. So yeah, we're gonna unhook this now. There we go. Ran the disc over the garden, and I'm gonna take the power hour, the 130 here, up, and we're gonna do the edges a little bit better. Finally got back after talking for hard telling how long. But it's about 9 o'clock, so I'm gonna go in and get ready for bed. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video.